As you know, I have registered for a gravel race in Ontario called P2A, Paris to Ancaster, for those of you who actually know the name, with my friend Joel. Hi. And I am, well, I'm in Toronto now. Excuse me, Moose. Whoa. I've spared you the annoyance, the monotony of the actual drive to here, but I took like a couple clips, stopped in Montreal on the way in, really wanted to see this Vans Bowl. I'll give you like just a quick. Now that that's all out of the way, as you know, this thing's got the sunset orange tires on it. Joel and I are registered under the same team name for P2A. We don't have matching jerseys. However, we do have a surplus of tires, and therefore we need to get Joel's bike set up with a ridiculous color, tire-wise. I brought them all.
I think they need to be blue.
Blue it is!
Blue it is.
Now, there's a valid concern here with Joel's bike in the chainstay area. Right now, there's 35 C Rene Hurst tires on it. And I don't know, you can never show tire clearances, but the newest limited edition color tires I have are all 43s. So it's a bit of a step up, but I think we just need to try it, see what happens. Otherwise,
I'd ride it.
oh yeah, that's the team right there. That is the team. Man, the blue looks so good.
Yeah, I like it.
With team bikes prepped, training, a distant memory, the morning of the event has dawned. We were greeted with clear skies and somewhat warm weather first thing in the morning, which was surprising based on the week's forecast for this Sunday morning.
Well, that looks fine. Yeah, it's supposed to rain like a lot.
We traveled in 2 separate vehicles from Toronto to the finish line of the event and took one car with the bikes to the start line. It's a pretty annoying thing to have to do, but that's just the way it is with A to B style racing, I guess. I did see this mini truck on the highway on the way there though, so that was obviously cool. Getting into a parking spot was a bit hectic and took a little longer than we expected, leaving us very little time to get ready and up to the start line for our heat. And by our arrival, the promised forecast of heavy rain emerged, transforming the ground from dirt and gravel to a wonderful, soupy mud. I think we got like 3 minutes to get to our heat. Or start, whatever. Your car keys in your pocket? Okay. I'll tell you what I'm happy about. Put the chain lube on. No point in delaying the inevitable. Let's just get muddy and have a great time. Oh yeah. Oh my Lord, I love conditions like this, man. We made it there with like a minute or so to spare, which was perfect for not standing there in the rain for too long, and had the added bonus of raising our heart rates to where we needed them without needing to do a proper warm-up. Joel had a camera mounted on his handlebars as a second angle for this race coverage, and I wanted to make sure his camera was on. So I pressed the shutter for him again, and we managed to get this clip for the entirety of the event. Awesome.
4, 3, 2, 1.
So hopefully that was obvious, but the race began after the countdown and the muskets were fired. But if it wasn't obvious, we're rolling and racing right now in this clip. I still really have no idea what to expect from the course when it comes to terrain or when different terrains might come up, so I just mindlessly followed Joel to the front of our wave. And honestly, within about 10 minutes, I was already concerned that the pace was going to be a little too aggressive for what I could do for the distance, because so far, I've only seen road-like surfaces and that's just not what I was ready for. Yet, here I am, on the front, pulling with everything I've got anyway. Stubbornness is the way, I guess. We rolled onto this section of muddy gravel that sort of reaffirmed my concerns that I was outgunned. The pace was hardly affected by the surface change, and everyone that was still grouped together seemed completely unfazed. And I watched Joel happily head up to the front over and over again. Screwed. Finally though, some muddy grass started to show itself as a course feature. This was a terrain I felt a lot more at home at, and it felt like more of a break to ride this stuff than the hard pedaling we'd all been doing on the road. If there's gonna be more of this, I might be okay. And then, this left-hand turn off the asphalt heads into the most glorious, muddy, single track a gravel bike ever did see.
We're all idiots. Whoa, bike. Would it be okay if I passed on your... Oh, jeez. On your left. You can do it! I promise you can do it! I wouldn't lie to you! I promise! Send it! Yeah!
Oh, you're good. You're going fast enough.
Traffic's coming. Hold on. Gotta wait for the cops.
Heck!
Hold on.
Ah!
Joel got a little held up by some of the other riders who got stuck at the logs across the muddy single track, so I was continuing on through the road and mud sections solo. And thankfully, there was a pretty healthy amount of muddy sections left to do, so entertainment levels were still pretty high, like this cyclocross style section, and this pretty loose mud section. And then my SD card was full, so I have no footage of the famous mud shoot or the finish at all, or the fact that my brakes were so worn that they pulled to the bars and did nothing. But here's our faces, full of mud.
Oh my god. The race is over.
Video?
Yeah. Plenty of clearance. Clarence?
And that's kind of just like everything I got. That's basically the end of the race. That's the end of every bit of coverage that I had. But what you're probably wondering now is, how did we finish? What did we really think about how the race went?
These are great questions.
So we're going to talk about that. Honestly, the conditions were pretty much exactly what I was sort of hoping they would be. I knew that if it was dry, fast, that I would definitely have problems with a lot of muck and stuff. That's just the stuff I love. So the second that I showed up in Toronto, everyone's like, oh, it's going to be really rainy. Hell yeah, brother. I'm going to do okay. Joel?
I mean, the only thing I was really worried about was mud clearance, and it was only an issue when it was an issue. Otherwise, it wasn't an issue.
Results.
Eric finished 87th out of, I think,
1,000.
out of 89 people with a time of 2 hours, 38 minutes, and 9 seconds. And I finished 95th, time of 2 hours, 39 minutes, and 34 seconds.
So to recap, because we didn't really make it sound as impressive as it was for the amount of effort that we put in, 87th out of 1,118 finishers. Joel, what was it, 97th? 95th out of 1,118 people. That's a lot of people starting a race, top 100 finish. I think that's pretty good. It was not within what I thought I was going to finish in. Did you?
No, it's, should we compare it to the last time I did Paris to Ancaster?
No.